Hello, we are going to do some instruction today on building your events in your app. So, like you have seen before, all of the menu items are in the far left side here in Grandstand Admin, and all of the events or the calendars are controlled using this events section right here. So first thing you want to do is make sure that you have your calendar group set up. For this county's program in particular, we have a 2020 schedule and a 2020 fair schedule. So the 2020 schedule would be kind of your annual events that are going on across multiple months. And that's why we have it set up as the display type is a month at a glance calendar. Month at a glance shows your screen will have 1 month and then have all of the events listed with the dates on the left side of the screen. And a multi-day calendar is for your short-term events that are maybe a week to 10 days or less. You name your calendar group. This calendar group name will show up on the top of the screen in the app, and then also this is how you identify which events go on which calendar or which schedule. You can show or not show event descriptions. You can have a button that says to add to calendar that will add it to the personal device calendar for your users. Event sharing would add the ability to share it to Facebook or messaging or something like that. And you can hide the times or show the times on the full schedule. Here we have it so that the times will not show up in the schedule. That means that when you're looking at the app on your device, you will not see, for instance, there is a officer training from 1:30 to 2:30. It will have the date of the event, but it will not show on the information that the event is from 1:30 to 2:30. But when you click on that particular event, the detail page for the event will show the date or the time. I'm sorry. You can have your filter. This is the filters across the top of the screen. They can either be a horizontal scroll bar, or they would be a full overlay. When you are looking at calendar of events for these month at a glance calendars, you do not have filter ability. They will not show up in the app, so you don't have to worry about it too much on these month at a glance ones. Those are mostly for the multi-day short-term events. Again, filter by categories doesn't really matter. The display order, the display in a month at a glance calendar will always be displayed by the date, and then you can select it. Then they're usually organized by time, but you can change the way that they are listed. And then our map, where we will have to set up a map, and you can either select which map you want it to point to. So we're using our main map, and then you save that. So you can see that when you're looking at a short-term event like the fair schedule, you have all the same options. For this one, since it is a fairgrounds, we'll select fairgrounds map, and then you save that. The maps are controlled over here, and we'll look at those a little bit later. So your categories are the different categories that you would organize the events into. So again, if you're looking at your month at a glance schedule, you won't need that as much. But when you're looking at your fair schedule or anything that's a short-term schedule, you might want to organize those into categories or filters so that your users, if they're just looking to see, okay, what's going on with horses? We just want to go to horse events today. So they can click on horse and they'll see all of the items that are related to horse. To add your events, we have two different ways you can do that. You can do that one event at a time on this screen, or you can do a batch upload. So batch upload, you'd really only want to use that once for your calendar. This is if you have, I would say, if you have more than 20 events, you might want to use the batch uploading. This means that you will build an Excel file that has each column is one of these different areas, and it has to be in the specific setup. When you go to upload your file, you can move, if you say you decided that you wanted your calendar group to be first, and then your you wanted your calendar group first and then your category second and your event title third, you just drag and drop. And you only want the columns in this included upload file that you are actually including in your spreadsheet. So if you, for instance, don't have recurring events or recurrence information, then you would drag those into the not included in the upload file. But if we're going to add them one at a time, you come into this section here and you can organize. If you only want to see the events that are on your 2020 schedule, you click that and it filters your full list here. Say we only want to see things that are horse related again, then you would click on that and it only shows those. Otherwise you can show them all. So if you want to add an event, you click add event. And you would enter the title, the category, select which calendar it would be for. So say right now we are adding an officer training, and it would be training, and it's going to be on our 2020 schedule. And say that it was a rescheduled event and we are moving it to August 2nd. The start time, you can adjust it here, or if it's going to go all day, or if we don't know yet, you can click on that. Say it's going to start at 5 o'clock p.m. and it's going to go for 1 hour, so we put the end time. And this would be training for 2020 21 officers. Where is it going to be held? So these locations are added into the map, which we will see in just a minute. And so we'll say that it's being held at the community center. It does not recur, it's only happening one time. And you might use the location name override if you have a specific room in the community center you might want to use, or if it's in a big area, if say it's at the fairgrounds and you haven't entered the name of the building yet, you can add it there. If you have a web link for a registration, perhaps you could put that there and the title of that. If you have a YouTube video you'd like them to watch, or if you have an image. And if you do want to link it to a list entry, say this is for camp counselors, for instance, or if you're going to link it to, let's see if we have officers of any kind. Say this is only for the Rabbit Council, officers in the Rabbit Council. So you could click that there. But then you would save. I'm just going to click out of it, but you would save it. And then once you're done adding all of your events, you always want to click Update Events in the app. And it says that it has now been updated. Okay, and then you can go to your device, close the app and reopen it, and it will be edited. If you just need to edit an event that's already been entered, you click on the green pencil here and you can make your edits. You can also search for a specific item. So if we know we need to look at something with the Goat Council, we can seek that event there. You can also delete an event. Again, always want to update the event in the app. Okay, and that's all we have to talk about with making changes to your events.